TBC Prepatch is here, and you've probably logged in to find out all of your add-ons have gone wrong with errors all over the place. Or you're starting from scratch and wondering what the essential add-ons are for general use, healing, tanking, or DPS. Well, don't worry, I've got you covered with this quick fire list covering the different add-on manager softwares available, essential add-ons for everyone, some PVE must-haves for dungeons and raids, specifics for healers and tanks, and a full list of weak auras for all classes, and of course, class-specific ones too. All of the add-ons in this video have been laid out in an easy to share, easy to navigate spreadsheet with download links for everything that I will link in the description and in the pinned comment down below. So with that said, let's get to it. Firstly, to make life easier, you're going to want to have an add-on manager installed. I've been using CurseForge throughout Classic's life cycle, but recently made the switch to WoW up, an alternative that links in nicely with Elf UI, allowing you to update that with the click of a button instead of manually through their website. Also, if you're looking for a quick introduction to Elf UI, I have a video coming on that soon. There is also another alternative software called Singularity that has grown in popularity. Well, that rhymes. They're all free and straightforward to use, with the software auto-detecting your WoW install and add-on folders, so just download it, fire it off, and let it do its thing. Also, one tip for any players looking to continue to play on Classic Era realms and TBC realms at the same time is to back up your Classic Era add-on folders right now before moving ahead with any updates or changes. That way you can always get your add-on and UI back to how it was before TBC Prepatch hit. And just to make sure there's no confusion, all of the links that are in the spreadsheet are to the CurseForge download pages, because that's the most widely used software at the moment. So to find that in WoW Up or Singularity, simply use the search bar in the software to find them and download via the interfaces. So in terms of general use add-ons, there are a few that I highly recommend for all types of players. Addibag, One Bag, Bag On, Inventorian, and Baggins are all variants of the same function, combining your bags into one easy to navigate area for convenience. Atlas Loot allows you to view the loot tables from any boss from any instance in the game on both normal and heroic difficulties, whilst also listing crafted gear and PvP gear and the resources required to make them or acquire them, etc. Attune is going to be essential during TBC, as this add-on dynamically tracks the attunement progress for your character and can be shared easily with your guild. Get this, your raid leader will thank you. D-Junk, as the name suggests, sells all the junk from your bags when you interact with a vendor. Gathermate 2 allows you to track the gatherable nodes you encounter in the game and display them on your map to create a farming route. You can also import other users' routes, which is a brilliant feature for gold farmers. Handy Notes adds further details to your game map, ranging from improved info on NPCs and vendors to useful quest information out in the open world, or even the location of chests. OmniCC helps to display the remaining cooldown of your abilities on their icons. Profession cooldown does exactly that. It displays the cooldown of your character's professions. Questy is an essential leveling tool whilst venturing out an outland for the first time. Vendor price displays the value of any item in your inventory if you were going to sell it to a vendor. And finally, Weak Auras is an incredibly powerful and robust framework that you can import game-changing modules into, ranging from a timer for specific boss abilities to a full-on streamlined UI for your class, abilities, and resources. I'm going to cover Weak Auras in a moment, but first, let's tackle the PVE essential add-ons. Action Bar Saver is a handy add-on that lets you save the configuration of your action bars for quickly swapping out if you're someone who jumps between specs often. Click makes click casting and hover casting over unit frames and characters in the world easier. DBM, or Deadly Boss Mods, obviously needs to be on the list. It is an essential add-on for wanting players of the mechanics of every boss in all dungeons and raids of the game. Danger Classic Stats displays additional stat information on your character window. Item Rack allows you to save different gear loadouts to swap between at the click of a button. Nova Instance Tracker is incredibly useful for tracking the number of instances that you've entered per hour or in a day to avoid instance lockouts. Range Display is self-explanatory, very useful for range DPS. Threat Plates and Threat Classic 2 are both useful for displaying the threat meters of nearby and targeted enemies. Trinket Menu Classic will be useful for those that do not need to swap between full gear sets or weapons, but instead are going to be focusing on multiple trinket rotations. Weapon Swing Timer 6 Fix allows for greater accuracy when timing your abilities between auto attacks, both melee and ranged. And now for healers, we have a few extremely useful and powerful add-ons to consider. Heal.com helps to display the incoming heals on the Blizzard UI. 5-second rule displays the mana per 5 regen timer, which can be useful. Decursive is an incredibly powerful add-on that allows you to quickly decurse party and raid members with ease. Voodoo is similar to Heal.com but with greater detail such as mana, rage, energy, debuffs, the range, shield, and much more. And then as for tanks, we've already covered most of the useful threat tools, so all I have to recommend is Deja Mark. an add-on that allows you to quickly assign target markers with ease. And of course, like I promised, last but by no means least is arguably the most powerful tool of all, weak auras. I've compiled a list of the confirmed to be working and reputable weak auras for all classes that you can guess their purpose of just by looking at the title on the spreadsheet. So I won't cover those in the video, but there are 5 weak auras that are definitely worth considering for everyone. Raid Consumables Tracker helps you track the consumables you should be using, have in your bag, and the timers left on them. Raid Armor Debuffs helps everyone in the raid see the current armor debuff status of enemy targets. Time to Kill does exactly that, displays the estimated time to kill the target, allowing you to better time cooldowns per encounter. Healer Mana displays all the raid's healers' current mana to help remind people to pause for drinks, and Bop Me is a cool way of being able to request a blessing on protection from any paladin in the raid. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope this was useful for some of you, and you can easily share the video or spreadsheet to friends and guildies that might find it interesting. Drop a like and subscribe to see more videos. Follow me over on Twitch to catch me live, and hopefully I will see you next time.